When people talk about the most dangerous and ruthless predators on the planet, most immediately picture bears, sharks, crocodiles, and other giants of the wild that inspire fear by their very appearance. However, not everyone knows that true ferocity is not determined by body size, the length of fangs, or the sharpness of claws, and very soon you will see this for yourself. The hero of today's episode proves that even with modest size, you can be a true survival machine and never back down from anyone. You are on the Noctera channel, and today we will talk about one of the most fearless and audacious predators of the northern latitudes, the close relative of the honey badger, the legendary Wolverine. The Wolverine is the largest terrestrial member of the Mustelic family, if you do not count the giant otter and the sea otter, which are considered more aquatic animals. Its body length can reach about 1 meter, and the weight of an adult ranges from 9 to 19 kilograms. Outwardly, this animal looks like something between a bear cub and a badger, creating a deceptive impression of clumsiness. Like most mustelids, the Wolverine has a relatively small head, short rounded ears, and impressive teeth as sharp as blades. Unlike the honey badger, which prefers hot regions, the Wolverine chooses the harsh and cold lands of Europe, Asia, and North America. Its long, thick, and dense fur reliably protects the animal from severe frosts, while its wide, bear-like paws allow it to move confidently even through deep snow. Despite its seemingly massive build, this predator can reach speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour, a very impressive figure for such a physique. In addition, the Wolverine climbs trees very well, which makes it an even more versatile hunter. Each individual owns its own territory, which can reach an incredible 2,000 square kilometers. This animal is a convinced loner, which is why encountering it in the wild is extremely difficult. Wolverines try to stay away from human settlements, but despite all their caution, they remain extremely bold and aggressive. They do not tolerate competitors, do not recognize others' rights, and never take larger rivals into account. Let's take a look at what a Wolverine is capable of in a direct confrontation with other predators. A hungry Wolverine is capable of truly desperate and risky actions. For example, in this episode, the fearless animal engages in a brutal fight with a wolf, trying to take away already captured prey. Sharp teeth and deadly claws are used on both sides, and no one intends to give up. The Wolverine acts cold-bloodedly and skillfully, not allowing the wolf to use its main weapon, its powerful jaws. At the right moment, it finds the most vulnerable spot and delivers a painful bite right to the opponent's nose. The fight continues for several tense minutes, and surprisingly, the wolf, which surpasses it in size and strength, still cannot gain the upper hand. In the end, the badly battered predator is forced to retreat, abandoning the prey. And the Wolverine, as if nothing had happened, calmly begins its meal. This brazen and self-confident animal has enough courage to take food even from an entire pack of wolves. Of course, the predators try to punish the bold, uninvited guest, but instead of an easy victory, they face fierce resistance and eventually are forced once again to abandon the prey. The Wolverine immediately takes advantage of the moment and starts eating. Why waste energy on hunting if you can simply take already obtained prey? With exactly this approach, the Wolverine easily deprives the fox of its prey, which doesn't even have time to properly claim its rights. The cougar is a formidable and dangerous member of the cat family, but even it does not dare to mess with a hungry Wolverine. For this predator, chasing away a cougar is like scaring off a kitten. Realizing the risk, the cougar prefers to retreat. In the habitats of wolverines, heavy snowfalls and avalanches often occur. Many animals end up buried under thick layers of snow and die in these traps.
But the wolverine has an astonishingly well-developed sense of smell that allows it to find not only live prey, but also animals buried alive. It can detect the smell of meat at a depth of up to 6 meters. Searching for frozen food helps conserve strength and energy, which often plays a decisive role in survival. As you can see, this time luck was on its side. However, such a find can attract unwanted guests, other predators, or members of its own species. Teeth and claws are once again bared in a fierce battle for the right to dinner, and this time the wolverine manages to defend its prey. Its powerful jaws can easily crush bones and hooves. That is why not wolves, but wolverines are considered some of the main scavengers of the forest. They consume huge amounts of carrion, maintaining the natural balance. But the wolverine is not just a scavenger and a robber. When necessary, it is capable of hunting successfully on its own. The size of the victim hardly bothers it, because under certain circumstances, it can even attack a deer. The animal desperately tries to throw off the attacker, and for a moment it succeeds, but the wolverine does not retreat, once again sinking its claws and teeth into the prey's head. Eventually, the exhausted deer collapses, and its fate becomes obvious. Interestingly, captured wolverines adapt to humans quite quickly, lose their aggression, and can become tame. In the wild, their lifespan rarely exceeds 10 years, while in captivity they can live up to 17 years. As you may have already guessed, the wolverine has virtually no natural enemies. Few would dare to fight such an aggressive and uncompromising opponent. Although attempts do happen, the wolverine's natural caution allows it to avoid unnecessary conflicts. The main enemy of this animal remains hunger, from which young individuals most often die. Such are the harsh laws of nature. Only the strongest survive. According to rough estimates, today there are about 30,000 wolverines in the world. Let's hope that the population of these amazing and unique animals will at least remain at the current level. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you found this episode interesting. Thank you for your attention. Spend your time usefully. See you next time.